National Tea Company, or Nationals, was a grocery store chain in both St. Louis and New Orleans that opened in 1899 and closed in 1999. Thank you for your suggestion.
Summer, stock up on President's Choice Instant Light Charcoal for my new Insider's Report, available exclusively at National Supermarkets.
And for your holiday barbecue, a steak and chicken sale with fresh whole fryers, just 49 cents a pound. Center cut sirloin steak, only $2.98 a pound. Grade A eggs, all sizes, now 25% off a dozen. Stock up on all flavors of cast potato chips. Twin packs, now 99 cents. All this plus double coupons. Shop National Supermarkets.
The National Tea Company was founded in 1899 by Danish immigrant George S. Rasmussen, along with his brother Thorvald, in Chicago, Illinois. The retailer spread to about 160 stores by 1920, and annual sales approached $13 million, which is about $191.7 million today. By the end of the 1920s, National Tea had over 600 locations in Chicago area alone and another 1,000 stores nationwide. Sales grew to about $90 million a year. The number of locations peaked in 1929 at 1,627. Many of these stores were closed or sold during the Great Depression, but National Tea remained among the 10 largest grocery chains in the United States for most of the 20th century. In 1955, when sales topped $600 million and the company had nearly 20,000 employees nationwide, National Tea was purchased by George Weston Limited, a large Canadian grocery retailer, later renamed Loblaw Companies. By that time, most national stores were in the Mississippi Valley, including Louisiana. During the 1950s, it acquired about 500 new stores by buying up smaller chains such as C.F. Smith's, Northwest Piggly Wiggly, G.T. Smith's Market Basket, Dale Supermarkets, Food Center Stores, Capital Stores, Ashton's, and H.A. Smith, to name a few. All of the acquisitions and consolidations had reduced the number to 883 by 1957. There was little growth through the 1960s when the company operated about 240 stores in the Chicago area, where it had fallen behind Jewel as the #1 chain. Eventually, National, renamed National Supermarkets, was pared down to operations in Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, and Louisiana. Nationals was a major chain in the St. Louis, Indianapolis, and New Orleans area. During the mid-1970s, when it still employed about 9,000 people around the Chicago area, National Tea, George Weston, suddenly abandoned the Chicago grocery market. In 1976, good year, Loblaw sold off some of its stores, about 63 stores, to the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, better known as AMP. National had cemented the #2 spot in St. Louis by acquiring several former Kroger locations and the Kroger DC Center in the market when Kroger exited St. Louis in 1986. Kroger and National had been battling for the #2 and 3 spots since the 1970s, swapping rankings several times over throughout the 1970s and 1980s. The National Supermarket made headlines in the 1980s, shortly after closing on September 4, 1987, at the National Supermarket at 4331 Natural Bridge Avenue in St. Louis. Two men, disguised as a cleaning crew, made their way into the store where employees were preparing for the next day. They shot 7 employees execution style as they laid on the floor, killing 5. It remains one of the worst mass murders in St. Louis history. In June of 1995, Nationals was sold by Loblaw to Schnucks Market. Immediately after that, per the FTC, Schnucks sold the National New Orleans division to Schwegman Brothers Giant Supermarkets, which later sold them to Great A&P, which finally sold them to Rouse Market in 2007. As a condition of buying National from Loblaw's, Schnucks had to sell off 24 stores for antitrust reasons. In 1996, Family Company of America, a group led by Belleville, Illinois financial consultant James R. Gibson, bought 23 stores from Schnucks and reopened them under the name National Markets. However, the new National was unable to make headway against Schnucks, despite a great grocery giveaway promotion where random customers had their day's shopping given to them free of charge, and the chain disappeared for good in April of 1999. So what are some of your favorite memories of this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. Be sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching.